And so this Shane Dawson situation, you guys heard about Shane Dawson? He's one of Jeffree Star's friends. I guess he's in the makeup business. I don't know exactly what he does, but like, he's big on YouTube, okay? Reports, and not just reports, not just rumors, but actual footage, like video footage of Shane Dawson appearing to like fake masturbate to a young whip your hair Willow Smith. This is what it looks like. This is what it appears to be, okay? It appears to be Shane Dawson standing next to a young whip your hair Willow Smith, okay? You guys know that Willow Smith was like a kid. He appears to be simulating some sort of, you know, like masturbation to Willow Smith. I hate to say that because it just sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but that's what the video looks like. Jada Pinkett, she's mad. Jaden Smith, he's mad. Will Smith has yet to come out and say anything, but I'm sure he's mad too. Okay. Look, I don't know how he's gonna come back from this. Now look, the mess does not stop at Willow Smith. He actually was caught on tape basically making fun of the Trayvon Martin situation. You guys know that Trayvon Martin was a young black kid who was basically shot and killed by some sort of an individual. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, George Zimmerman is not white. He does not look white, but they made him into this black people hating white man. But if you know, you know, George Zimmerman is not white. You know what he looks like. He looks very Latino, okay? George Zimmerman looks very Latino. Make of it what you will. I'm just telling you what the situation is, okay? And people, like, they've sat here and they acted like that man does not look Latino or he doesn't represent the Latino community. He does. That's just what it is, okay? Shout out to the Latinos. I've got nothing against y'all. I'm just saying, like, some of y'all try to look or act white when, like, you're talking to the wrong one right here. Like, I can identify you. George Zimmerman is not a white man. That is not a white man, okay? But anyway, they made, you know, George Zimmerman represents, in this country, white supremacy. Like, he represents white hate because of what he did to Trayvon Martin, okay? But anyway, okay, and so Shane Dawson, he goes on this whole thing where they were playing a game in the video, and the game required them to, I don't know, like make a joke about some sort of current event or something. And his topic, the one that he pulled or the one that he was given, dealt with Trayvon Martin. And he read out Trayvon Martin's name, and he hesitated before he actually made his statement. But the statement that he made was to the extent of, well, if you had a job, you wouldn't have been out walking, or something like that. You know, basically implying that black people are unemployed or they don't work, or, you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so it was very insensitive, in my opinion. Okay? It was very racist. It was a very racist thing to say. Okay? And just an all-around ultimate insult. Ultimate insult. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? And so it's great that we're getting a chance to see this footage because it lets you know who you're dealing with. You know, so while you're out here clicking on these videos and supporting these people, you got to know who you're dealing with. Now, this is just my opinion, but I will say that at the end of the day, I think with this whole, like, the racist stuff, like the stuff that he expressed towards Trayvon Martin, that stuff will be swept under the rug. People will not care next week. His fan base, his target audience is not black people. Okay, he does not cater to black people. He does not cater to minorities. His core fan base, his target audience is white people. And those white people do not care about him making insensitive statements like that towards the black community. They're not going to care. The majority of them won't care. Some of them will probably unfollow or just kind of distance themselves from him, but the majority of them will stay. Okay? They're going to stay. That's just what it is. You know, look at Donald Trump and his supporters. Like, the more he talks crazy about black people, the more his supporters show up to his rallies. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to be the same thing with this guy. You know? They even attacked Jeffree Star. They accused him of saying the N-word and stuff like that. And Jeffree Star, like, his stock is still up. He's still got millions and millions of followers on YouTube. They're not gonna care, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some advertisers might pull out, but at the end of the day, you know, they're gonna go back and kind of, you know, recover from this thing and move on. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that black people have to kind of suffer or get the short end of the stick behind this stuff, because everybody is benefiting off of black rage. Keep that in mind when you're looking at this stuff. That's why I always say, well, you know, when I'm looking at a Perez Hilton thing, and, you know, Perez Hilton, I'm charging you with benefiting and capitalizing off of black rage, because that's exactly what you're doing. That page over there, you're not really showing support for the Black Lives Matter movement. What you're doing is simply redistributing that hate. You're doing that. You're simply redistributing that trauma through those videos that you post, because you don't come out and actually say anything in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, you don't verbalize it at all. Like, you do your little videos, but you never come out in strong support of Black Lives Matter. And I'm charging you for it, okay? I'm charging you for it. I saw somebody go on Perez Hilton's page. Who was that? Like, somebody, like some prominent black figure or whatever, go to Perez Hilton's page and say, well, thank you for showing your support and keeping us up to date on what's happening and blah, 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 blah. It's one thing to keep us up to date on what's happening by posting these traumatizing videos, and then it's another thing to actually show your support for the movement. Perez Hilton has not done that. He hasn't done that, okay? So, you know, I tell you guys all the time, you got to look at this stuff with one eye squinted, okay? Don't trust everything that these people put in front of you. Just because Perez Hilton posts a video about some black woman being called the N-word in a convenience store, that does not mean that he supports the movement. That means that he is redistributing and recycling the hate, okay? That's what that means.